Hello, traders, and welcome back to Newton FX Academy. And on this episode, we're going to take a look at the dollar index GJN-NAS100. So, as I always mention, guys, is that this is my personal view of the market. And one thing that you guys must notice on the markets right now is that we are in the fourth quarter. So, you guys will see different type of price flow and market condition, guys. So let's jump into it with no further ado. Let's get it done. So we are here on the yen index, guys. So let's start always from our weekly time frame just to see the overall market condition and behavior, guys. So what I can see is that we have this weekly high point here into the market, and we have this weekly lower low into the market. So what I can see here is that on this pair we are in overall bearish market conditions still. We have this area of interest where price is basically trading right now. As you guys can see, this is a zone for us where we can see some continuation to the downside. We do have this break under structure lower lows, and there we can see we have a new form of a lower low into the market. So that is why this is our form of a lower high into the market. So if we scale down to our daily time frame, now is that what I can see on my daily time frame is that we didn't create any low lower highs right here, right? Only have this impulsive move here to the downside. So that is why this is going to be my lower high structure point into the market, this area. So I'm gonna mark this area of interest is also area that I most likely was waiting for in this pair. So as you guys can see that we have this impulse to the downside there. We can see that how price is basically coming to the upside. Price basically coming to the upside in this corrective form to the upside, right? So now let's scale down to our 4 hour time frame. Now we already have like two confluence on our weekly time frame and on our daily time frame that's telling us that the market is bearish in the overall market condition. So as you guys see on our 4 hour time frame, we do have this low structure point. We did create this new higher high. There we have the impulsive break under this previous higher low, and we did create this new lower low into the market. What I can also see is that we do have this ascending corrective move here on our 4 hour time frame that is basically showing us some form of a lack of intent to continue to the upside. So what I could see right now is that we have this structure break under this lows. There's our first form of a new lower low. So let's scale down to our 1 hour time frame, guys. So what you guys could see right now is that we have this high here into the market that is basically our lower high point here into the market, on our 1 hour time frame, and this is our low here on our 1 hour time frame. So this is going to be an area of interest where price can come tap into again, and then price can continue to the downside, right? So if we run a Fibonacci now on a 1 hour time frame from this lower high point to this lower low structure point into the market, we could see that okay, price is basically now on a 38 rejection on a Fibonacci. So we can see some further continuation to the upside. The only time when I will basically look for shorts is when I saw some form of a double top formation or some form of a ascending corrective move and break of structure and continuation, and then I will sell on the lower high structure point. So this is basically what I can see here. Or what price can do also on a 4 hour time frame is that price can come for a deeper retracement. So if I run a Fibonacci and drag it out to this area and to this low point, as you guys can see, we still have some imbalance right here into the market as well. So price can easily come, retrace, respect our 38, and then take that sword from that lower high structure point right here as well, guys. So this is basically the breakdown that I can see here our uh on our yen index. So now let's jump into GJ, guys. Okay, let's start off from clean charts. You guys can understand what I mean. Just clean it. Okay, there's no drawings on it. So what I could see on GZ overall market condition and behavior is that we basically trading in between this low point, right, on my weekly time frame and this high point. Reason for that is we did uh close above this previous high structure point, and we can see that this is our descending corrective phase, and price did create this new high into the market. So this is an area of interest where price did basically come tap into on our weekly time frame, as you guys could see. So if we scale down to our daily time frame right now, guys, uh is that price did almost close under this previous low right here, because right, this is my daily higher lows point into the market. As you guys could see, that price wasn't able to close under this reason, right? So we can say that also this is our daily lower high point, and this is the break of structure of this reason, right? This is a break of structure of this previous lower low point, and there we have our impulsive move to the downside. So this is basically what I can see on my daily time frame. It's still basically bearish on the pair. So if we scale down to our 4 hour time frame right now, guys, let's just see some more structure. What I can see here is that we have this lower high point. We did break under this region, and we did create this new lower low. There we retrace back into this area. We did come to the downside. Did we close under it? Yep, we did close under it, and we did create this new form of a lower low into the markets, and this is our form of a lower high into the market. There we can see price did take another retracement and then create this new lower low into the market. So now we're basically trading in between this area and this region right here. So now you guys can see that we have a first structure break right here on a 4 hour time frame. This impulse move basically did create this new form of a higher high into the market. So as you also could notice, is that price did trade in this descending corrective move, basically showing us some form of a lack of intent to continue to the downside, right? The same as you guys could see that we basically was having this move on our yen index, basically was having a ascending corrective, but now you guys could see on GJ we have basically a descending corrective move that's basically showing us some form of a lack of intent to continue to the downside. So now we know, guys, is that we have this form of a new, let me just, we have this form of new higher, we have this new higher low, and this our higher high into the market. So now we just have to wait for price to retrace back at least into this region right here, right? At least into this region right here for continuation to the upside. So if we scale on to our 1 hour time frame right now, guys, is that you can see that this is an area of interest where price was basically building support previously, right? Multiple times. There you can see price run into it and then reject from it and then continue to the upside. So now what I most likely will wait for is that price must show me some form of a double bottom, and then when I saw my entry criteria, I will take a position. So I will run a Fibonacci from this low point to this high point. We can see that price is basically trading at our 38% right now. So we can most likely see some form of reversal. We can see some form of retracement, but it all depends on what price wants to do, guys. So I most likely can see that there's a possible reversal on GJ right now. So please, guys, this is what I can see on GJ, guys. We can see some continuation to the upside from this area. We can see some form of a descending corrective move and then continue to the upside, creating new higher highs and higher lows. So this is basically a setup that I can see on this pair. So if we scale down to our last and final pair, is that NAS100, guys. Is that, let's jump off from our weekly time frame. Let's see the overall market condition and behavior and flow. So what you guys could already see by now is that NAS on our weekly time frame is in an overall bullish market condition. We can run also our trend line in here as well, and we can see that how price is basically respecting our trend line and continue to the upside. So what I can see right now is that we do have this form of a new higher low, and this is our higher high. We did break out of this previous, higher high. There's our descending corrective, and there's our impulsive move to the upside, and where we did create this new form of a higher high into the market. So we can mark this areas here on our weekly time frame. We can mark this area as a support on my weekly time frame as well, where price did come back into and then continue to the upside. So if we scale down to our daily time frame right now, guys, is that what I can see on my daily time frame is that uh, we did create this higher low, and there we did create this new higher high. Price did break under it and did break structure, so we have a structure break here on our daily time frame. So this is going to be an area of interest for me on my daily time frame. As you guys can see, that this is basically where the push was coming from. So there we have this impulsive move to the downside. So if we scale on to our 4 hour time frame right now, just to see the overall market condition and behavior, as you guys can see that we do have this form of a lower low. There we have our impulsive move to the downside. Price did create this form of a new lower low. There we can see that we have this ascending corrective back into this price action form of a new form of our previous uh, lower low, and there we can see that we did break structure under this form of a lower low. So now you guys could see on a 4 hour time frame, this is the area of interest where price is basically trading right now, right? This is basically our lower high structure point here on my 4 hour time frame. So we can most likely see uh how price is basically starting to behave on that area. On a 1 hour time frame, we can see that we have close below, but I will most likely wait for 4 hour close for continuation, right? Because why? As you guys can see, we have like an hour and 50 minutes left. This candle can easily flip over, right, and come for a steeper retracement, guys, back into this lows here again, right, before price can continue to the upside, right? Because why? What I can also notice on this pair is that we have this impulse and impulse move. So what I love to see is that how price basically gonna behave price uh once price showing me some form of impulse and impulse. So now I just have to wait. Price can easily come down in a ascending corrective back into this price action and then continue to the upside. So for me to take a trade position on this pair is to wait for price to at least close with a 4 hour candle above this reason. On a 1 hour, you can see that we did close above, right? On your 30 minutes, you can see we did close above, but that is a 4 hour level for me. That's a 4 hour lower high structure point for me. So I must wait for price to at least close above this area before I can take a and before I can execute on any trade position on this pair, guys. But as you guys can see that on a weekly time frame we bullies, right? On a daily time frame we bearish, on a 4 hour time frame we still bearish. So now we just have to wait for proper structure break before we can basically execute on any trade position, guys. So that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoy these videos right now. I'm only planning to do like 20 of this market insight videos, and after that I'm gonna go more into vlogging, more lifestyle trading, and more entertaining, guys. So let me know in the comment, guys, if you guys are excited, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and join our free telegram group, guys. The link is in the description, guys. It's your boy King GK here at Newton Effects Academy, and I'm out.